Kung Hei Pat Choi. Happy New Year, year of the Fire Horse. So I'm Dr. Soraya Applegate. I'm a practitioner of acupuncture and Chinese medicine, and I'm here to give you the downloads for this year of the Fire Horse. It's going to be quite a long video because I'm going to go through the astrology of the year and I'm going to talk about each animal. So I'll give you the animals in order and then you can just skip to the bit that the animal that you are or that you're interested in. So I just got back from Vegas. I like to go to Vegas for the Chinese New Year because I love to see the huge displays of the animals in all the hotels, and it just is so beautiful and so opulent, and I feel like I really get into the energy of what's going on. So I just got back from Vegas like midnight last night, and it's stormy, crazy thunder, lightning here in Hawaii where I am. You may be able to see out of the window, but it's flooding. It's a bit funny to come from the desert to here, but I felt like this was a good time to do the Fire Horse Astrology in this crazy wet weather, because the astrology for this year has no water element in it. So we have lots of fire and air but we don't have any water. And so it's very important this year that we keep the water element active in our own lives and in our own environments. And it's quite funny because I was teaching last week and I said for the Feng Shui, have a water feature in your house, especially if you don't live near running water. And since I said that, it's just been nothing but rain. So the house was pretty flooded when I came in today. There's towels everywhere, and anyway, so there we go. It's all part of the big plan. So just a brief, well, a little bit about me. I studied acupuncture and Chinese medicine here with a Taoist Master, and astrology and the health and human body, they go hand in hand. You can't separate them really. And so when I was in school for 4 years, I studied Taoist Astrology, and I learned about the great cosmos and the great cosmos. Yeah, the external, the internal, it's all the same. It's all a reflection of the same thing. So we want to know what's going on in the outer world, what's happening in the environment, what's happening in the stars, and that'll give us a better understanding about what's going on in our inner world and vice versa. So a lot of the time when I treat the body, physical symptoms, I try and explain to my patients when they ask me, oh, how do you know, what you're looking for, what you're doing, you're taking the pulses, I'm looking at your tongue. Yeah, I'm kind of looking at you as a garden, and I'm looking to see, oh, it's a little bit dry over here, it's a little bit wet over here, it's a little bit damp here. We're going to balance it all out and bring you back into health and harmony. So here we are. We got the fire, we got a double fire year because it's the fire horse, and the horse is a yang sign. So we've got yang on yang, which is this year is the most kind of yang and fieriest of all years. So I'm pretty happy to be doing the astrology with the backdrop of all this water. I feel it's pretty auspicious. So we moved from 2 years of wood element. So we had the wood dragon 2024, and then we had the wood yin snake last year. And that was a time of going inward and deep reflection and being, mystical and, all that. And you can go back and listen to last year's video and see how that worked out for you. Like, did those predictions happen? And did the snake year go like that for you? Anyway, so here we are now in the yang fire horse. So even just by me saying that, you can tell for yourself the energy is completely different, right? The energy from the yin wood snake to the yang fire horse, you can already see for yourself what's going to happen. So, let me just plug my computer in. Okay, I'm back. Gave you a chance to look at the rain. Yeah, so the energy is going to be completely different. We're moving from a slow, reflective time to a massively adventurous and outgoing and spontaneous and vibrant time when we're going to be doing less thinking actually and more action. Less procrastinating, more just like go on with it, get on with it. Let's see what happens when we do it instead of overthinking and procrastinating. So also with the wood elements for the dragon and the snake, we were dealing with the organs of the liver and the gallbladder. And so this year we're moving into fire. We're dealing with the heart, small intestine. These are the fire energies in the body. Here's my dog wanting to play. And yeah, so that's going to be about your cardiovascular system, your nervous system, your digestive system, what you can digest easily and assimilate, what you're going to keep, what you're not going to keep. All this, thoughts, emotions, are all going to be part of the fire. So what's likely to happen? Well, there's a good chance we might get slightly overwhelmed. We might lead to burnout. Yeah, this is why I'm making this video to help you understand what might go on this year and how to keep yourself cool, calm and collected and still enjoy the fire horse energy. All right, so let's see. Always the colors for the Chinese New Year will be red and gold, brings luck, prosperity, abundance, joy, love, all that. And yeah, feel free to go with those colors this year, but also bringing in some blue, right, to represent the missing water. So you can maybe bring, a water element or a blue picture of water into your house, your office, something like that. That would be helpful to you. But don't be afraid of the reds and the oranges and the pinks, go for it, have fun. Okay, so I'm going to give you the animals, highlights and lowlights, if you like, lessons and blessings, auspicious stars and inauspicious stars. I'm going to give you those and I'm going to give them in order. So if you want to just jump ahead, you can. So I'm going to go with the horse first, even though the horse is the seventh sign. I'm going to give the horse first because you are the Grand Duke. And then it's going to go rat, ox, tiger, rabbit, dragon, snake, goat, monkey, rooster, dog, pig. Okay, so you can go along with that. And let me just say also that this is just your year sign. Okay, this is year of the horse. So I was born in the year of the wood dragon. So my big year was 2024. I turned 60. You only get your element and your animal twice in your life. Once when you're born, the year you're born, and once when you turn 60. And unless you live to 120, that's not going to come around again. So where was I going with that? Oh yeah. But that's only part of what makes you up, the year. Okay, to do your full astrology, then we look at the animal of your month of birth, day of birth, and time of birth. So you will have possibly 4 different animals that make up the full picture of you. I'm not going to do that right now, obviously, but I do full Chinese animal astrology charts for people. And if that's something that you would like, please get in contact with me. And let me just say, it's really important that you get your chart done by somebody who kind of knows what they're doing and who can, read the charts, because not every year, the Chinese New Year doesn't start on the same day every year. It's not the 1st of January. It's the lunar cycle. So it can be any time in January to February. And one of my very, very best friends who has always told me that she was a rabbit. So we've just been, for years, when she's looked at her year of astrology, she has been a rabbit. And she came to one of my classes recently, and I was saying that the rabbits are going to have one of the best years ever. And she was so excited. She was like, I want a full reading. So I said, okay, give me all the details of your birth. And when I actually came to write her astrology and study her astrology, I was like, what? There's no rabbit anywhere in her chart. And I did it over and over and I was like, nope. So I called her on the day of her appointment with me. I was like, I have some news for you. If this is the correct information you've given me, you are a tiger and not a rabbit. And, of course, this was mind blowing. So, and somebody had told her 10 years ago, or whatever, that she was a rabbit and she just went with it. Same thing happened to another friend of mine who said she was a dragon, and then we found out, no, she was not a dragon, because, the year started differently. So anyway, just to say, I'm here to help. Okay, so every year the main animal is leading the year. We call it the Grand Duke. I'm looking at my notes here. You don't see my eyes staring at you. And this year the Grand Duke is the horse. So the horse, and it's the fire horse, but any horses is going to get this astrology. So you're leading the show. You've got all the power. You've got all the glory. Now the horse can tend to be a little not so confident about its own abilities, so it can feel a little bit like, am I ready? Should I go? Let's go. So the fire horse energy this year is saying to all horses, yes, go, do it. You're the leader. You've got to show the way. You've got to step up. You've got to be that energy for everybody else. So let's see. Yes, when it's your Grand Duke year, everything gets exemplified. Everything gets magnified. The good, the bad, the ugly. So all the stuff that you want to be seen will be magnified, and all the stuff you don't want to be seen. So hopefully you, in Snake year, manage to shed all that stuff that you don't need, so that this year you're not carrying it forward into the year. Okay, so you're going to be exalted this year, so you've got to produce some really good work, because you're going to get the praise, but your praise is only going to come if you actually are doing the really good work. So step it up, take that leadership role, be the fine example, take on the responsibility. When you're the Grand Duke of the year, it's like getting a job that you didn't apply for. It's like getting a promotion you didn't apply for. So, you just got to do it. You got to do your very best. And from what I know about Grand Duke years, there always comes with some major challenges, because you have to be successful. And mostly we're only successful if we're given a challenge that we can overcome. So, strap yourself into that saddle, my horsey friends. It will be a fun but not necessarily easy ride. You have a bunch of blessings, auspicious stars. You have the Duke's arrival. You have the Golden Lock star, which is going to help you protect your finances and reward you when you are successful over a challenge. And you have the General star, which is going to help you to make great decisions and not overthink things. Then you have a couple of inauspicious stars, which will be your lessons this year. You have some punishment stars. The Chinese really love these dramatic names for things, so I'm trying to, make it more understandable for you. So that's the punishments are more self-inflicted punishments, the procrastination, the not believing in yourself, the self-imposed limiting beliefs that you carry with you. They will hold you back. So break through those. You have the sword edge, which is your tongue, like people talking about you or you talking about other people. So be tactful and graceful, but you are the leader, and sometimes, some people need some cutting words or cutting out. So that is your job this year. Just do it with a little bit more grace. You have a couple of spiritual lessons, the Baron and the Crusade star. This is going to illuminate where you feel like you're, a victim. And, when it sheds light on that, it's going to give you an opportunity to change the perspective. Yeah. Change the attitude. And instead of saying, oh, why is this happening to me? You could be saying, okay, what is the lesson in this for me? How can I learn from this? So it's just a change of perspective. Okay, horses, so there we go. All right, so now we're on to the rat. So the rat is the year breaker this year. That means every year there is the Grand Duke, the big animal, and then there's the animal that's like standing opposite. So you're right in the path of the horse. And when you're the year breaker, you know, you kind of got to lay low a little bit. You've got to be very polite and tactful and just, you know, mind your P's and Q's if you like. So the rat is the year breaker. So that's like known as the clashing year. So just know that this year might be more challenging, but it's a way for you to overcome challenge. So the message is, you know, rat, maybe you've been pretending that life's good, everything's fine, everything's going great, and actually it isn't. But you haven't been really wanting to change. So this year is just going to help you along with that. It's going to make you more agile, more resilient, more resourceful. So all those good things are going to come out of being in the way of the fire horse. Your blessings, you have the imperial advisor. That's like having a strategist or a mentor on your side. The imperial advisor is a truth teller, so don't be afraid of the truth. Yeah, we can't change anything unless we know the truth. And you have the month emptiness, which doesn't sound that great, but it actually is. This is a star that helps to dissolve tensions and aggravations, which you're going to need this year, okay? So it'll dissolve obstacles. Just remember, you don't need to fight every battle. Just choose your battles. Don't need to, you know, fight every fire. Some fires will just burn down on their own. You don't have to get involved. So just play it cool, rat. Your lessons, you have the great consumer. So this is like a money spending star, but it's encouraging you to spend money on things which are in your favor, you know, or not even in your favor, things that are good for you, maybe like learning, academics, going to somewhere, travel that you've always wanted to go to. So spending your money on it, like it's intentional spending, yeah. So don't hoard your money, but don't spend it stupidly either. You have the calamity star, which is basically the fire horse is going to test your patience. You know, so things are going to be a bit slow, maybe there'll be some cancellations, there'll be some delays. It's no big deal. And you have the flying blades, which has sharp words, aggressive tones. So again, a bit like the prior advice, choose your words and your tone carefully. That's it. Your spiritual stars, you have the heavenly menace and the void, helping you to discern, small intestine job, and let go of what is fake. So this year you're going to learn, but the real freedom it's about being able to stand up to the pressure and, you know, not lose yourself under the pressure. Okay, so rat, I wish you all the best this year, and I know by the end of the year you're going to have way more skills to move into 2027. Okay, next is the ox. So this year, ox, the fire horse, offers you status, wealth, and authority. It's offering it on a silver platter. So good friends, the ox and the fire horse. When the fire horse offers you a test, it's your job to pass that test, right? The authority will come as part of a challenge or a test. And the fire horse will reward you if you are accountable. So you need to like work out how you're going to make an impact this year. You have some stars, some blessings on your side. The national treasure. The national treasure is like the cosmic HR. It's going to increase your responsibilities and also your income. Oops. So it's going to also ask that you respect your reputation. Don't take your good reputation for granted. You have the dragon virtue star. That's the great negotiator. So any conflict, it helps turn into cooperation and consensus. Lots of people are going to come to you with their problems, and your job is to help them solve their problems. Okay, you have that dragon virtue star. So just be known as a great problem solver. Everybody loves to have somebody in their life that can help them solve their problems. And you have the year Shah, That's kind of, again, some unexpected bureaucratic challenges. Don't fight the system. Remember, you are the emperor with dragon virtue. Adapt and go with the change and set the example so that other people know how to also adapt and go with the change. And that's where your authority will come from. You have a few inauspicious stars, some lessons. You have the brutal defeat star, so that's warning against being too egotistical and arrogant. Just be humble. Brutal defeat only comes if you're overstretching yourself, so just take it easy, step back when you need to. You have the dark sky, which might bring moments of mental fatigue and physical tiredness, so know when to relax and take a break. Then accidents won't happen. Don't get overstimulated. See, that's one of the things that can happen this year with all this fire energy and all this activity. We can get completely overstimulated and burn out, if you like. So don't do that. You have the spiritual stars, you have the fortune god and the aggressor star. These are two opposing forces. So they're teaching the ox that you're going to be a leader, but a leadership is more about service than it is about control. Okay, so lead with wisdom. All right, oxes, have a great year. Moving on to tiger. Okay, so this year the tiger has limited auspicious stars, but the one that it does have can kind of help overcome all the other maybe inauspicious stuff. Okay, so when a situation looks impossible, the tiger is ready to like just rewrite the script. So this year there's going to be some challenges. You're going to have to be disciplined, and the fire horse is going to test you, and you're going to have to know what you stand for, basically. And then you will get promoted, but it'll be a promotion through pressure. So the one main blessing, auspicious star energy that you have this year in your favor is the academic star. This star is going to help you study, learn new skills, learn new things. It's going to be learning is going to be your superpower, as well as teaching. If you already got those skills that you can share, then step up, become a mentor or a teacher. So that area is going to be where you excel the most this year. So your lessons, you have the white tiger star, which, you know, it could turn some of this fiery energy into aggression. So you've just got to keep a check on that. Keep a check with your words. That seems to be a message for everybody this year. You have the back poking star. That's people like gossiping, poking in the back. It's no big deal, but you just got to handle it with humor. And you have the great Shah, which is going to break things up. It's going to shake it up, baby, shake it up, shake it off. So fire horse is cleaning house. Maybe you're in a job where they're having an overhaul and like just, you know, deciding who's going to stay and not going to stay, small intestine work. Then if you've done the work with the academic stars, like maybe you've upped your skills, maybe you've got a new certificate, maybe you've proven that you're worth keeping if you want to stay. Okay, so this is your evolutionary reset year, and transformation comes through friction. Don't be afraid, tiger, go for it. Tiger. All right, rabbit. So 2026, rabbit's renaissance year. The stars this year for you are in this rare cosmic alignment. The fire horse is bringing you luck, love, abundance, divine timing. You are going to glow this year. So you have the heavenly virtue, the fortune virtue, prosperity, sky happiness, peach blossom. You have all these amazing blessings on your side. Heavenly virtue dissolves problems before they even get to you. You have the fortune virtue, prosperity. It brings abundance, not necessarily money, but joy, lovely relationships. This is a year for rabbits to really celebrate and focus on like what's really great. Big things, little things, everything is something worth celebrating. And stay kind, stay generous, stay grateful, stay in gratitude, and all these stars will be activated for you. You have a couple of lessons which honestly compared to all that good stuff are really nothing. You have the crossing Sha and the curled tongue. Again, they're about minor complication, minor politics. Be careful with your words. Lesson of the year. Be diplomatic. It won't be difficult to be diplomatic if you're staying in kindness and gratitude. And you have the spiritual lesson of the Dipper star, which will teach you about staying elegant and graceful under pressure. So I always say, wear your invisible crown. Okay, just rabbit, put your invisible crown on, move through this year, stay centered in gratitude. You're going to have like such an amazing year. Rabbit. Alrighty, dragon. I'm a dragon. Fire horse and dragon, you know, the dragon loves the fire horse, right? We breathe fire. We love fire. So they're a good pair. However, I've got to say, like, so far this year, the fire horse has kicked my ass. We're only in a few days in, but I started to think maybe the horse thinks I'm in competition. So I'm just letting the horse know, nay, I'm not. Nay, I nearly neighed. I'm not in competition. I just want to ride along, have fun. You're in charge, not me. So dragons have to be strategic and patient. Building from the ground. We've been building from the ground up. 2024 was my, Grand Duke transformation year, and been building since then. So, it's kind of ignition time for a dragon. Dragon energy, fiery. So we have to learn to control it. Don't get burned up in it. We don't fear the fire, right? So we can easily forget that it's there. We have to build up our stamina, fitness, and just stay grounded and strong in this whirlwind year, and then we'll have a good time. We have some blessings. We have the heavenly relief star. So this is like the great problem solver. It's like again, dissolves conflicts before they get to us. Again, we just have to stay calm and watch things disappear like a puff of smoke. We have the relief god star. Clears out old burdens, old stagnant energies and emotions and attachments. The fire horse wants us to travel lighter. I have to say, like, I do so much traveling and I carry so much baggage around, and this year I thought I'm not going to do that, and I hope I don't do that. We want to travel light. Also, that means, like, dragons don't want to be holding on to any grudges or resentments. Yeah, so a lot of work that was done last year in the snake year was to get rid of all that, because if we haven't got rid of all that, that's going to really slow us down. We've got the 8 seats, so that's like being a VIP. We're going to have elevation and kind of Hall of Fame stuff, yeah, so bring it. We have some lessons. Nothing I've seen that's too scary. We've got the leopard tail star. That's because we like to talk and maybe put our foot in our mouth. So our charisma is high this year, and so is our volatility. So again, we have to be careful with our words and our tone, just like everybody else. We have the lonesome star. So when it gets a bit too much, go back into your dragon's lair and rejuvenate. We have the funeral guest and blood knife. These can be like cuts, emotional cuts or literal cuts, minor elective surgeries. It's suggested this year that dragons really take care of their health in as much as getting things done, getting those health things done that maybe we've been putting off. So they're not major, they're minor elective things. So, I should look at my teeth and have a few things on my skin, like those things, right? We have the moon Sha, which is the illusion maker. So we might have clouded perceptions, right? And when we're not clear, when our perceptions are cloudy, it can cause anxiety. I know I can be prone to anxiety, all that fire energy. So just chilling out, keeping it clear. Clarity is a big thing this year. Clarity is one of the key things for dragons this year. And then our spiritual stars, the scholar star, is a great year for learning, and especially from learning of lessons of the past, of your own lessons. So when you learn the true lesson of past experiences, that's the greatest wisdom. All right, dragons, I hope you have a really adventurous year in the best possible way. Okay, snake. So snake, you were in this 2025 was your year. You were the Grand Duke. So you will have had your amazing times and your challenging times, and hopefully you overcame those challenges so that you've got, some successes in your back pocket. So this year, you know what's happening. You're in control. You've learned your lessons. You're carrying all that wisdom with you. The fire horse will test you a little bit, your habits and your health. So just know that nothing serious, but yeah, you're not, you're still under the spotlight a little bit. So you have the thriving star, the surpassing path star, the clan house, the heavenly officer, and the heavenly chef. So thriving star, you might have been thinking about building something last year. You might have had some ideas for a new job or a new project that are just kind of building. So this would be the year to go for that, to put that out there. The horse will bring some momentum for that. Your heavenly officer, put ethics first. So be integral to yourself, your authentic self, your own truth. Like, don't be doing something that you don't really resonate with, and that's not very ethical. I don't think you'll do that anyway, but just keep a check on that. And I really want to just talk about this heavenly chef star. So this is a really fun star, and it's about enjoying your life and food. Yeah. Hopefully you don't have too many food issues, and that you can really enjoy your food this year. Maybe it's a good time to do some cooking lessons, but it's definitely a year for throwing dinner parties and going to new restaurants with friends. So enjoying really good meals with friends, and you'll, through those really good meals with friends, you'll have some really wonderful outcomes this year. Obviously, to warn against overeating and putting weight on. That would be the only warning there. Okay, so that would be in the sickness realm. Like, treat yourself with some improved healthcare this year, and don't overeat or even at all these dinner parties. Yeah. You have the solid killing star, which is about pressure, being pressured into something. So if you feel that that's happening, just back away, and also make sure you've got all these strategies in place to deal with stress. Yoga, grounding, walking, music, dancing, whatever it is. You have the spiritual stars, the detractor and the marquee. Again, these stars are going to continue to show you what's serving you and what isn't. So last year, snake energy was all about that. Shake off all that stuff that's not serving you. You will continue a little bit with that this year, but don't be afraid of what you've got to get rid of. Don't be afraid of what's leaving, right? The more you get rid of, the more space you leave for the good to come in. So you this year will master the art of doing less but achieving more. So enjoy the ride, snake. All right, goat, sheep. After a possible challenging 2025, you felt last year possibly that you didn't have too much support from the snake, then this year is going to be different because the fire horse is riding right alongside you. You're going to have great years full of prestige and new opportunities. And again, the higher you shine, then the calmer you stay. So you have the Grand Duke combo star, you have the Sun star and the Golden Carriage. That's a lot of shiny, right? The Sun, the Golden Carriage. So you're going to shine. And as you shine, your job is to help other people to shine. That's the sun, right? It shines on everyone. There's no like, oh, I'm going to shine over here, not over here. Shine on everyone with the intention of helping everybody to shine. And do that with some humility. That's your Golden Carriage. You'll be successful with humility. Your lessons, you have the pulling saddle star. That's just like somebody, pulling on the reins a little bit, slowing things down, travel delays, this and that. Sky emptiness, work out which people are, bringing value to your life and, which are not. Have some discernment this year, small intestine. Like, don't just go along with everything and everybody. And your spiritual stars, you have the aid and the seal combo, giving you power guided by wisdom. So again, your leadership's rules are about service, not about ego. Okay, I can't wait to come to your dinner parties, my snaky friends. Okay, monkey. Okay, my husband's a monkey. So, last year, snake really slowed you down, right? You could have even felt stuck. Like I can talk about my husband who had just had knee replacement surgery. I mean, you don't get more standstill than that, right? So this year, Fire Horse is going to bring it. It's going to reward you if you can move, if you've got momentum, sharp minds, bold moves, agility. You can get out of that stagnation, but you've got to be ready. You can't be overthinking. There's no rewarding cloudiness or overthinking. You've got to trust your reflexes, trust your intuition. You've only got 2 real positive auspicious stars, your blessings, but they're big. So you have the Sky Horse star, horse year, that's perfect. This is the energy of pure momentum. So go for it, right? Expand your world, travel, new markets, new visions, new audiences. Follow the energy, don't stand still. And you have the intelligent star. The monkey is one of the most intelligent signs, creative. So this energy is going to bring you more eloquence, more mental agility, so that you can think faster, so that you can, have more adventures, build more, write, maybe negotiate, all those things. Your lessons, Earth Funeral and Funeral Door. This is closing, right? So last year's snake may have been, really kind of shutting you down. And this year there might be closures, ends to contracts, things coming to an end. But when things end, new things begin. If you are ready, if you're prepared. So don't be so attached to things, people, situations. Be ready to move, ready to let go. When it's done, it's done. Don't carry anything into tomorrow, then you're just going to weigh you down, and you don't want to be missing the opportunities. You have the solitary star, so that's like helping you to focus more, stop all the distractions of, spend some time in good quality time on your own, thinking, writing, whatever it is, traveling. You don't need to be always being distracted. The distraction will slow you down and you will miss opportunities. So, if you're unfocused this year, you'll miss opportunities. So, monkeys, let's go. Okay, roosters, yay. Roosters, you're going to have a fabulous year. It's a great year for making money and having wonderful relationships. It's one of the most magnetic years for the roosters. But also the Fire Horse will test your emotional life, your emotional discipline. Okay, so it's going to be a great year for relationships, but good relationships take some work. And if you are overly sensitive, don't have boundaries in place, then things might not work out so well. So stay centered under the pressure. And you've got a lot of noblemen energy stars in your chart. So they're the noblemen, they're here. They're going to be here with the answer to a problem when you need them. And the noblemen could be anywhere, anybody. It's not necessarily the high and mighty. It could come through advice from a friend. It might, whoever it is, will bring you the right answer at the right time. So these noblemen stars are mostly activated when you are on the noble path yourself. So you be noble, you're on a noble path. These noble men are here to help you. You have the red matchmaker, that's great for love and partnership. It's like hands, weaving hands and hearts. So in Chinese medicine, the hands are an extension of the heart, right? Here's the heart, energy comes from the